Welcome, everyone, to our Sisters of the Rose sacred container here in Sacred Dialogue. I'm Elohi Magdalena Rosa, also known as Anümani, and I'm an intuitive healer, trans channel, and voice alchemist. And I'm here with some sacred Sisters of the Rose sisters. Pamela, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good evening. My name is Pamela Jane Gerrand. Also, my sacred name is Elohi Maria Rosa. And I am a poet, singer-songwriter, sound alchemist, mystical muse of the divine feminine, and a sister of the rose. And I'm very grateful to be here this evening with you, my beloved sisters.
And go ahead, Kathy.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kathy Keegan, and I am delighted to be here. My gift, I believe, is humor, and I have been really fortunate to have been able to spend time with these two marvelous, marvelous beings. I feel so blessed and so fortunate. I love being here, and I'm grateful to be here today.
Thank you, Kathy. We are grateful to have you with us.
We are, and I can vote for humor being your gift.
Yes.
You are the sacred clown, the beautiful Heyoka coyote medicine we need to keep us on our toes. So appreciated. Yes.
Yeah, and so important, Kathy, for these times that we are in. Laughter is certainly a medicine, and you bring that, my sister. So thank you. So we're going to start by talking a little bit about the energies that are happening, what we've been experiencing, and then we're going to move into talking about the Costa Rica retreat, which we are so excited about. In the background, you can see the sacred pool that's part of the Mystical Lodge where we're going to be in April of next year. And we are so excited to talk to you more about that. And then Pamela and I are going to do some singing and sounding and whatever comes through as we open ourselves to be vessels for the beautiful goddesses and deities and ascended beings that like to sing and sound through us.
Yes.
So I will
welcome.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and welcome to all who are joining us in this now moment on the platforms that we are on, and to all who will come to the recording afterwards. We are so grateful for your presence and welcome you into this sacred container. For we are at this time really coming into community in the highest sense. And we're going to talk more about how so many of the energies right now in this eclipse window are, catalysts and triggers for so many of our shadow wounds. And wherever we are, whether we're together in the physical or having the opportunity to meet on a platform like this energetically, we are energetically greeting you and welcoming you and saying this is a beautiful, safe space. And we'd love for you to come on board and join our circle.
Yes, thank you, Pamela. Welcome, everyone. As if you're here, then your soul is guiding you to be here. And I want to talk about that. An important time to really be connected to those higher aspects of ourselves. The energies are intense. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. You are feeling it in one way or in another, because we are being asked to go even deeper, to bring more of who we truly are, to be present in the world. We are needed. We are all needed. It is through the light and in our true essence of love that we together, because it is a togetherness that allows us to transform the energies. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of shocking things happening around the world, not to be forgetting about those things, but it is through our love and really going deep within that we can illuminate those places and provide support from inside, in however form you're being guided, because we are all guided to support everything that's happening in different ways. But it is the love that is the alchemy. Love is the all. It is the vibration and frequency that transmutes all and restores it back into a pure vibration of creation, of source. And I know, at least for myself, I've been feeling a lot of things physically in my body for a while now. Some of it I've been able to move with a lot of dedication and self-care, which is something that's extremely important always, but even more important now, to listen to what your body needs. I've been needing, extra rest, being okay with putting things to the side and going, okay, well, I'll take care of that tomorrow, because right now my body needs me to rest. It is such a deep time of letting go of old paradigms of the push and do, and slowing down to really be. And I know that my guides, Ishtar, the galactic consciousness that I channel, they've been bringing forth certain themes, and I laugh. And I was telling my sisters beforehand that, every time they bring through a theme, it's a moment and an opportunity for me to practice it in the 3D world immediately. So the
Yes.
theme, one of the themes that came through was presence, and really making sure that we are present in whatever form we allow ourselves to be. If presence for you is, fully embodying when you're cooking and infusing it with love and being so present to what you are creating that it takes you into that space of feeling that connection with the higher part of you, with the source within you. If it's taking a walk in nature, for me, meditation and prayer and singing and sounding, which I love to do, or art brings me into that space. So finding the things and remembering how the higher part of you wants to guide you into that presence. Breath, which is used in so many spiritual practices and yoga and breath work, so many different techniques, but the breath is a portal and a doorway to that presence. And I've had to practice that because there have been many moments in the outside world that are bringing up old themes and patterns that I know I'm being asked to let go of. One of those is, really believing in who I am and what I came here to do. For all the many lifetimes where I've been forced to suppress my voice, where I've been controlled, where I was misunderstood, killed, tortured for my gifts, making me feel unsafe in this body. So there's a lot of deeper, I've done a lot of healing over the past 20 years around this, but it's like we're going into the depths of ourselves to get to that residue where the transfiguration can take place, which takes me to the second theme of harmonizing, which is what my guides were speaking of yesterday, that as we elevate our consciousness, it's important to also elevate our thoughts, our words. And so instead of thinking that there's something to fix, we instead are envisioning and holding the vibration of harmony within, so that we can harmonize the places that are separated out of the truth, the higher truth. And those truths continue to unfold even higher and higher as we expand. So your truth is going to be evolving over time. But whatever your highest truth is now, the ultimate highest truth is that each of us is a fractal of Source. That is who we truly are. We are returning and remembering that we are Source, that we are one in that vibration and frequency of creation, of light and love. And so I just invite, each of you to really connect more deeply with the higher parts of you that already know how to guide you, that hold that divine blueprint that was imprinted within you long ago. If you are here, then I know you're an old soul. You're part of the group that is helping to anchor the light for humanity. We're here to love, to lift each other, to hold each other in that love, to support one another, especially through these trying times. And we are here together to support each of you who are showing up to hear us, to connect in with these energies. And we are hoping that, those of you who feel called and feel that love, feel the energies of Isis and Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and all the many beings that are going to be with us at the retreat, that if you feel that calling, that you will listen and experience the energies as we go through this today, and go and check out our retreat on our We Travel site. And I'm going to let my other sisters jump in here so they can talk about what they are experiencing.
I think for me, the word wow in big, huge letters, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. It's interesting, you were talking about fractal, and I don't know if people know today, but there are people who hold jobs as fractal CEOs, as fractal other things. And so, we are part of something, and sometimes we can forget. And for me, the memory and the connection that I have here is what really helps keep me going in many ways. And the whole idea of being able to come back to why am I here and to come back to the love, it is so powerful. And Elohi, you were talking about the breath. Oh, the breath is everything. And not only is it everything from a spiritual perspective, because we're humans, we have to study this stuff. And one of the things we find about the breath is how important it is. Just being able to breathe deeply, taking a moment to reset during the day. We have this tool right here within us to allow us to be able to do that. And I love discovering these, what I call very unsexy, but tools that I have close at hand that I can just use immediately. And the breath is one of them. And it's so powerful and creates such a change. I'm just so grateful to be reminded of what's simpler. Simple doesn't necessarily sound like again, it's not like, oh, there's not a pill involved. There's not, drama. I only use exclamation points after wow. But breath is everything. And the power of that breath is incredible. And I've been doing a lot of practicing of breathing these days because the world does feel like it's a whirling dervish. It just feels like it is just swirling all over the place. And to be able to have a point where I can just breathe and be makes such a difference in the world. And as someone who's experienced retreats with these guys, I'm telling you, the love and the container they create is like nothing I've ever experienced. And it's an honor to be here today, and it's an honor to have participated in two of the retreats. And I am really looking forward to the next one, because what I find I do is I think back to the retreats I've been to, and I can recall feelings or moments and carry them into my day during the day. And that also helps me shift my energy from a place of being all over the place mentally to just really feeling focused and calm.
Beautiful. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, Kathy. Yes. Putting my hand over my heart and breathing with you, and also aware of something sticking in my throat. And I too have been deepening into these practices of breath and paying attention to the messages of the body and things that arise in the day, that are all catalysts to this deepening. And without a doubt, I agree with you both absolutely that these are times of unprecedented chaos and challenges, and a constriction that we all find ourselves in, just the general anxiety in the world with things that are arising. And there is also arising, we can feel this this way we are being held throughout. There's this deepening of the love and the promptings of our own guidance to really rest in the knowing of the all is well. And, I keep coming back to that in my body as well, with this incredibly instructive time of illumination as we are, I call it the great scrub down. We're all having the sharp edges scrubbed off. And I keep thinking about Rumi. Thank you, Rumi. How will you be polished if you are irritated by every rub? And right about now, we are pretty shiny from the rubs. And as I feel this sticking in my throat, for me, what's really been highlighted is as we go deeper, I feel like this is a deeper point on the spiral for us, both personally and planetarily. Going deeper into this place of self-love, self-compassion. And for me, not abandoning myself when I find things in my day where I feel triggers of what might feel like abandonment or rejection or a denial of some sort. It's just feeling like this is a masterclass on earth right now in love or fear. We've got the scales and the fear just keeps going. We can feel the sound. We can feel the heat. We can feel, almost the panic. It's like, where is this enemy patterning coming from? This is 2023. Is this really what's happening in the world? And as it's rising on the other side, there is this mercy and compassion and definitive unity consciousness that you can see arising in the kindness of people, in the faith and the fervent love that's coming forth in different sectors. That the contrast has never been, the contrast has at times on our planet been this great divide. But right now it feels like in the past 6 weeks, it's really amplified. So I feel for myself, I often feel this deep tenderness and, we're sensitives, we're empaths. And I find myself, in tears during the day when I hear news or know of some suffering or the lost people. So many of my friends, and I'm sure people in your circles too, are dealing with huge grief, big losses. And, I really feel that this is our leading edge of growth, that we as souls have come here to experience this as an opportunity to really realize, it's not just an intellectual concept that we are one, but it's when we're down on our knees and we feel this wretchedness that we see another is experiencing, it becomes visceral. So I felt this, at times this lump in my throat. And so I've been tuning in as well and using my practices to really access that bodhicitta that the Buddhists speak of, that higher, tender, noble heart, that when I am feeling suffering, I do that breathing, to breathe in and breathe out, and really practicing 2 of the 4 agreements. I love them all, but the don't take it personally and don't make assumptions. It just feels like the world out there right now, everyone's on edge. I'm including myself in that. That there really is an ask for us to take a step back and be less reactive and live more in that radiance of the heart that says, hey, okay, I'm just going to breathe right now and pause and put some space around this moment, because it's not like there's just a few triggers, challenges. They used to maybe happen once a week or every few days. Today I had 2 whoppers in 2 hours, right? And it's like, but each one of them, I found myself going, okay, I see how that person was really stressed speaking to me that way. I could feel my body reacting in a visceral way, but I am really working the muscles of that. Don't take it personally. Don't make an assumption. And really endeavoring to have that higher perspective. And so I think that's what love does. Fear says, oh, why did they look at me that way? Why did they say that? And, it triggers us, and our ego has its own response. And when we're in that, it becomes kind of a pinball machine. We're all just bouncing around, lighting up all the bad stuff, right? Shame, guilt, fear, anger, resentment. But, we as I just love that when we come together, and I want to say, I find this nourishment and this mirror coming together with soulful women of wisdom who've been through it all. And I know there's more to come, but we've mined the gold and hold this place of discernment. And that quality of patience and compassion and empathy, and these divine feminine qualities are everything right now, because we can all fly off the handle and contribute to more discord in the world. But to really work that musculature of the great mother herself, who I'm starting to rock, who just, when the upset comes, just rocks and sings and soothes. So I actually was having a stabbing pain between my shoulder blades and just below my neck. And I loved that I came across an exercise of wrapping your arms around and rocking yourself. And it says round your back. And actually, this beautiful energy medicine person said, we are releasing lifetimes of pulling out that arrow, that dark arrow of attack, of being persecuted, for being the very thing I've been talking about, for being the light in the darkness, for choosing to turn the other cheek or to hold mercy when one is at the effect of an attack. And when we take that dark arrow out, she said, you know what you really need? As that pain is there, blunting, between your shoulder blades, you need a hug. And give yourself some love, because it's not easy to walk this path right now. And when we come together, guess what? Besides doing some, good yoga and some hot baths, this pain is gone. And so I've really been finding that my biggest piece has been having the tendency to abandon myself in the past few weeks. And the medicine has been, I've been repeating for the past few days, which is a healing mantra for the root chakra. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved.
Beautiful. And Kathy, that hug reminds me of Sark. Because I think she did some of that in some of the retreats we were at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, such a beautiful reminder, Pamela, and thank you for sharing your experience. I think we're all being called to lean in to those places that are rising, because ultimately all those parts of us want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be loved. And, yes, if we can use the breath to stop for a moment and go to that place and reach out in love there's something that happens that's magical. And it reminds me of another Rumi quote, which is the wound is where the light enters. And Yeshua speaks a lot about that the way forward for us is really merging with those wounds, with those places of separation. It is the way that we bring that harmony to restore that part back into love. And it is about the image I always get is like a mother holding her child, or a father holding, their child, and really helping them feel safe and held. You were talking about being held, Pamela. That is what I felt deeply as I was leaning into my own things today and releasing and being reminded to practice, the things that are there to help us feel that love and to feel being held in that way. And I think the more we can practice that of leaning in and mothering ourselves or fathering ourselves, that, we are bringing solace and comfort to those younger versions of ourselves who they look out into the world, right, and see all this chaos. And of course, they're going to be scared, especially if they've had different experiences as a child where they didn't feel safe in this body. I was one of those children, and I think a lot of starseeds who are here, who aren't used to this density, are very sensitive to the energies, and especially energies of anger and violence. I remember as a child, I would start to tremble if I would hear people arguing, because my central nervous system would just be overwhelmed. And even as an adult, I would observe myself going into that space. So important for us to know the practices, to remember, what are the things that are going to help me in those moments, to recalibrate myself, to recenter myself, to help my central nervous system that is feeling overwhelmed with what's happening. And the more we evolve and expand, we feel it because we are one, we're all connected. So we are feeling the pain and the fear and the worry of all those people who are going through tremendous loss. And but love is there to remind us that we can transcend to the other side, because love does meet that place with such gentleness and purity. And I know for myself, as I was leaning into those moments today, that is one of the things that helped my little girl feel solace. I just felt really held. I felt so seen, and there was just this deep love that emerged between me, and I was seeing a higher aspect of myself. And we put our foreheads together, head to head, and it was just a beautiful moment of remembrance and validation that we are not alone. We are not alone, and we are here to support each other. So we are hoping that you are feeling that also as you gather here with us, that if you're needing that deeper comfort and love, that as we hold this space for each of you, that you can hold it, for yourself and others as well, as we radiate that love out into the world and into each other. So shall we talk a little bit about the retreat?
Yes. And as a segue into it, something that you made me think of, Elohi, that really relates to... Okay, I'm thinking about what you said today, Kathy, that it was only a year ago now. It was a year ago, just last weekend, or this weekend, it was the 27th, 28th of October, that we came together for the first time. The three of us met in person at the first retreat that we did in the Blue Mountains in Ontario in Canada. And when we came together in that retreat experience, it was such a deepening. And what I know we experienced was the taking off of the masks, the ability to come together and share so openly who we are. And, I think when we talk about love is all and love is the alchemy, it definitely is. It is. And what exactly does that look like? And I think about when women come together and can share who they are absolutely freely, transparently, authentically. That's the freedom and the liberation that we have come for in this lifetime. No posturing, no, having to fake it till you make it. Just that feeling that I'm all in and all of me is welcome here. And it made me think about something I saw in a video recently that said, do you know what energy is the most transformative of any energy on the planet? And this woman said, no, I know you're thinking it's love, and I would still wager that it is. But she said, it's authenticity. And when I think about that, I was really thinking today about what we do when we come together in a retreat. It's beautiful that it's going to be in Costa Rica, this next one, in the spring months when we're still experiencing chilly temperatures in Canada and the United States, at least the northern parts. The warmth helps us, the temperatures help us to kind of, unfold. When I think about the rose, a hothouse rose, it really comes into its own in that warmth. And it's in the warmth of the company of women who really own who they are and invite this authenticity from being together in this space of that vulnerability to share the parts of us that we might not have felt safe sharing in other, spaces, workplaces, circles even. And I really feel like this is what we've come to do. And this is what the medicine of the rose is. It's not just sharing some of the things that we perhaps have kept hidden that maybe we feel are shadow aspects. Yes, there is that. But when I think about the medicine of the rose, what we're reclaiming from all of those maidens and goddesses and beings of light who stood up to men in times gone by, they owned their light and who they were. And it's when we come together in this way to really embody this, this is when we are allowing our radiance and our light and our sovereignty to really shine. And I have to say that I think that a lot of what we're reclaiming as women is the ability to shine fully and not threaten another woman, or to not be in competition, to keep dimming and play small. I really think that we've come at this time to not only blossom fully, but to carry around the watering can with the fertilizer and go, here, my beloved sister, I'm going to water you because I love you so much. I want you to flourish. So that's what I feel like our Sisters of the Rose retreats really embody, is the authenticity to come as you are and to fully shine, to fully soar and fully sink your roots so deep into Mother Earth that you can call forth all that you've come to be in this lifetime.
I can say I totally felt that, and I've been to two of the retreats. You've said it so beautifully. I could not have come up with the same words. It's gorgeous how you describe it, and I just remember that feeling of just saying, I'm sitting in this room with all these other people who, some of whom I'd met before, but many of whom I hadn't, and yet I feel a sense of safety with them. I feel a sense of non-judgment. What do you need? It just, the energy was all, how can I help? And not the crazy over the top, let me serve you until I'm dead type stuff, but really just, how can I be of assistance? How can I offer support? And I felt that in the room. And the other thing I noticed was the absence of any kind of jealousy, like, oh, this person has more gifts than I do. Or, it was really more just being in this space with people who all brought who they were, and feeling that, and the power of that. And it's not something that I'm used to, but it is within me. And so I just want to say to anybody who's contemplating, contemplate really hard, because it's I'm telling you, to be able to have the gift of being able to experience this, and then to be able to tap into it when people have whopper of a day or craziness going on, is so powerful.
So, Kathy, if you can, it's always better for somebody else who's experienced it to talk about it. So Pamela and I, we do these divine transmissions, singing, sounding, speaking in light language. There's usually a theme to it. And so as, a receiver of those transmissions, what stands out for you, and how would you express that to anybody who's listening?
You know, it feels, first of all, and again, anyone who knows me knows I don't talk a lot about love. Just like I, I, I don't. I feel it. I live it. I try to be that. The amount of love and connection and support that you feel when you're sitting in the room, I've never felt that before in the same way. And I, there's something about it. I'm also an introvert, and a lot of times, I mean, when the pandemic hit, it wasn't until about 2 years into it that I was like, huh, it's a little bit lonely. Whereas other friends, like the first day, they're like, get me to, let's figure out how we can get together. Um, Being on the receiving end of what you two create together, there's something about how you play with each other. And I will have to say, I did get to see each other and meet each other for the first time. I was in the room where it happened. And to me, it felt like a reunion. It really felt like a reunion. And so there's something very special that you create that we get to experience. And it comes out in some ways that you're aware of right away. And then in some ways, not until later, when you realize, wow, a situation just happened that I normally would have been over the top crazy about, but it didn't happen. And I know I didn't overreact. And I know where that came from.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank
Kathy.
you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So the theme of this particular retreat is we're going to be moving through these different layers of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And Mary Magdalene actually stepped forward to give a message, which I'm going to read shortly, because I do love the love infused in this message from her, Isis, and Mother Mary. But we always complement that with many other beings, because Pamela and I do weave the shamanic, the galactic and celestial, and the earthly energies into this sacred symphony that comes through singing, sounding, light language. And we are going to be taking whoever comes to this retreat into this, the depths of the womb, the heart, and the third eye, and really opening that channel of remembrance. If you've read anything about the way of the Magdalene, of the spiral of the heart and the deepening of the heart. And so as we ascend, we really are descending more deeply into the heart center, which is the portal. And I want to go back to something that Pamela said about, this reclamation. I feel that in these retreats, we are reclaiming all of the fullness of our divine feminine, the sacred sexuality, our voices, our divine power, our light, sensuality, the dancing, the singing, all the things that in ancient times in the temples were part of the sacred practices. And we're bringing all of that into modern times. And there will be some of all of that in this, retreat of really anchoring in those holy, sacred energies and helping you, embody who you are, because we are all different. We all have unique soul note, light codes that we are meant to reintegrate into the fold, into the tapestry of this collective of humanity. So you are part of that. You are contributing those specific light codes that were imprinted in you into this tapestry that we are creating together in sisterhood. And that is what I love, being part of this, to witness that. And also, as the vessel, I am receiving my own, transformation and shifting. And it always is such a deeply loving experience. We do bring, different bouquets of roses. And in the first retreat, one of the themes was around the white rose. This retreat, it's red rose for Mary Magdalene, the silver for Mother Mary, and golden for Isis. We'll have to spray paint the roses. But there is just this deep love, as both of you have talked about, in this reclamation that happens as you allow yourself to be seen in that way, to be held in that way. And we strive for that, to really creating a safe environment. I know for myself, when I don't feel safe, it has been hard for me to really allow the fullness of my being to shine through. So more and more, as we reclaim those parts of us, it does give us the courage to show up in that authenticity, Pamela, that you were speaking of, which is really the goal, right? The more I was thinking about what you were saying, this is where the tug of war happens within us, right? The soul that knows the truth, the higher truth that we are these divine beings, and the ego that is maybe stuck in some of those fears. And so there's tug of war begins to happen. The part of you that wants to show up fully, and then the part of you that's scared, like, no, remember what happened last time when you did that. So we are harmonizing all of that. And that's what we look forward to creating in these retreats. And I'm going to read the message from Mary Magdalene and then allow the rest of you to chime in. So this was the message that Mary Magdalene brought through for those who may be called. Your soul may give you the nudge to say, yes, this, I'm really feeling called to be there in Costa Rica. So she says, hello, beloved sister of the rose. I am honored to be with you on this journey. Thank you for answering the call of the mysteries of the rose. You have lived these mysteries in ancient lifetimes of your being. Now we come together to open you more deeply to the rose mysteries, secrets taught in the mystery schools of long ago in Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, Babylon, Avalon, and more. As we come together in sacred sisterhood, I, with Mother Mary and Isis, will open the holy grail mysteries of the womb, the heart, and the brow within you. The holy grail represents the living waters of your source being, the emanation of God, Goddess, that is your true essence. Through the unveiling of the mysteries of the grail, we will move you through the stages of the feminine, maiden, mother, and crone, so you may embody these aspects fully and deepen into the sacred love, nourishment, and wisdom that Mother Sophia holds for you. If you are willing to meet the deepest parts of you in the shadows and allow them to merge with the living and healing waters of your holy womb grail, you will emerge as the higher and deeper essence of your true self, the source of you, the divine priestess and goddess within you. I look forward to being with you in Costa Rica in April of 2024. And I still feel the energy when I read these words. This container that is being created for this holy womb. And Pamela and I will be doing a sacred practice of doing a blessing, a baptismal of sorts in the sacred waters at the lodge. And in the, we're going to be doing a day tour at the hot springs, and I'll let Pamela talk about some of that stuff. But looking forward to being in these beautiful energies that I can feel very tangibly in my body.
Oh, yes, sister. And I'm reminded of the download that I received for our last retreat that was in April in Sedona. And because as you were transmitting that message from Mary Magdalene, I too could feel the warming, the parts of us that are almost left out in the cold, that dismemberment that we are now reclaiming, the parts of us that we felt were too much, or, like you said, that tug of war with the ego that said, no, but look what happened last time. And we're here to hold each other's hands as we walk forward at this time. And we are really reclaiming all of the parts of ourselves that are represented in the fractals of all of those divine beings. From as you started to speak about Avalon, I'm there standing on the top of the Tor in Glastonbury, or Egypt. I can feel myself, the goddesses and the maidens, the Hathor energies, Isis, and the strengthening of the sacred rituals. And because these ancient ways and these ancient sisterhoods are in this timeline that we are alive in now. We feel them resurrecting within us. And they may feel slightly familiar, yet foreign. How do I know that? And I love that when we come together, we reanimate all of these parts, because they really are the bond, the glue, the lubrication on the wheel where we have been creaky with our forgetting. And we come into this reawakening of all of our gifts and of this profound wisdom, our healing gifts. There are things that are coming online right now as our third eye awakens and our pineal gland decalcifies and we become crystalline. We really are coming into our own. And so I wrote this poem for the last retreat, and I really feel it is an invitation for any Rose sister who is listening or maybe coming to this replay. The chrysalis has been dark, a mythic unknown, a gift of revelation, unpacking old wounds, shifting and sifting, finding what is true. The silence redolent with frequency clues. Your true power is grace. It shines in your eyes. The rose of remembrance unmasks all disguise. Nothing will ever be the same. Love knows your name. Your pain is a power, a guide to reveal. The mind and the body know how to heal. Wisps of fresh wings unfurl. You're brave. You are strong. You are ready. Love knows your name.
So beautiful. Thank you, beloved sister.
You are so welcome. And from the sublime to the details, the beautiful details of the retreat, the day that you referred to, our excursion day, we will be going to an eco farm in the morning where we'll be sampling some local coffee and chocolate, savoring all of the wonderful things that are grown locally in Costa Rica on this local farm, Don Olivos. Then we will be having lunch at Ecotermales. I think that's how you say it. I'm not Spanish.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
I say ecothermals. That's English, but it doesn't sound right. Ecotermales.
Yeah, you got it. Beautiful.
Yeah, so it is the mineral hot springs at the base of the Arenal volcano. So it is actually the minerals from the volcano, and from what I hear from people who have dipped into those waters, it is healing and replenishing and rejuvenating like no other waters, healing waters you've been in. So that's going to be a rich and amazing day. We're going to have transmissions, these 3 beautiful immersive workshops that will be weaving the sound transmissions, light language, and there will be time to be on your own, relax, explore the property. There's a beautiful labyrinth. There are hammocks to relax in, walks you can go on, and the beautiful pool by the infrared sauna. Lots of therapies that you can take care of or take advantage of to take care of yourself while you're there, massage and Reiki and healing modalities. So it's going to be, beautiful, immersive, inspiring time to be with yourself and with the Rose Sisters, a divine deepening.
Thank you, Pamela. So the dates are April 20th to the 27th of 2024. And you'll find the link below the video on all the social media platforms where we are streaming. And we invite you to go and check out the page. It's on We Travel, and check out the accommodations. And if you have any questions, our emails are in below the video, and you can email Pamela or myself. It is going to be a fantastic time together.
It is. And we're starting to feel the darkening of the autumn, at least where I live.
Yes.
The dreary gray days were the days, they stretch on, it seems endlessly at this time. And it's nice to have the idea on the horizon of some warmth and light. And really, I want, we know this, the 3 of us, having been present in these experiences. Somebody asked me, how is it different than going away on a vacation or an all-inclusive? Well, there are several things, including less alcohol, less deep fried calamari. Oh, maybe there will be some, I don't know. But this is, it is a vision quest. It is a time for you to be in a place that is beautiful and tropical and, in paradise. We do find that taking ourselves out of our daily round, and certainly out of cities, there is just a frequency in nature that is healing. It raises our vibration, the color, the sounds, the sense. It is just a sensual palette that awakens our healing. But it's much, much more than just having the opportunity to unwind and relax. And I know, Kathy, if you could speak to that from having been in Collingwood and also in Sedona, that yes, you will have time to rest. And it's also, it's a masterclass in your divine feminine awakening.
There's a spaciousness that is created that you don't feel like you're rushing from one thing to another. The way things, I always felt like I had enough time to be able to do the things that I wanted to do, to be able to have side conversations with people I wanted to be able to talk to be able to journal if I needed to. And the best part too was everybody was just like, I invite you to do this. You can say yes, you can say no, and it doesn't matter either way. We're happy to have you, and if you need time to yourself, we understand and respect that.
Beautifully said.
Yeah,
A
thank
hoe
you.
to that. Yeah.
Yes. I'm just thinking back at the Sedona, witnessing, when Kathy was talking about the love that you experienced when we were doing some one-on-one healing, and everyone was kind of in a circle supporting each of their sisters. And it was so beautiful to witness, some of the women going like, nope, I'm not going to bed. I need to be here for my sisters. That was a testament of the sacredness and the love that was created in that space. So, I feel these retreats are, for those of you who feel the nudge that there is something you want to reclaim, there's something you want to transform, there is something that is nudging you to be in a sacred sisterhood, to feel the emergence, the rebirthing, the uplifting of what it is to be in a sacred sisterhood, to be felt, to feel held in that way and loved in that way, and the miraculous that can happen when you surrender to the moment, right? Because there is no, this is all about divine schedule, divine timing.
Right.
We surrender to that, although we have somewhat of an outline of what we're doing. We all know that we're following the guidance of whatever is needed for the group, and so we really honor that and honor those who come. So you'll have an opportunity to share with the group the places that you're looking to reclaim and reemerge and transform. So it is. I do love that master class, workshop. There is, that happens through the transmissions, but then times for you to deepen into the sacred sisterhood and receive the support that you may need from others who are there to support you on where you're being led in your journey.
Yes, I'm remembering that evening as you're talking about that, and it really does speak to the truth, the aphorism that we came in this lifetime to be students and teachers to for each other. We take turns being the teacher, being the student, and that give and take really is key to the trust. And I keep hearing that word, the deepening with each other. And I had the image of, I have a niece who's a midwife, and when a baby is coming, she talks about how we don't know how long it will take. Sometimes it takes all night or 2 days, or sometimes it's a fast and furious birth, which is a different kind of rhythm in and of itself. And when we are together as women, there is an energy that we are given that goes beyond normal energy, if I can just put it that way. There is a different circuitry that we tap into where we are energized for each other, and it is kind of a mythic light circuitry that we tap into that takes us beyond what we thought we were capable of, and that's beautiful. It shows us that when we're running on light, when we're when the battery's fueled by love, we can go, we can go to really amazing places with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the the student teacher student. I mean, I feel that even as facilitators, Pamela and I are receiving our own transformation. And one of the things I truly believe in is, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, even when you're in a leadership position. It is the way forward, that when you can lead from a place of heart and pure authenticity and fully show up in the moment and in however form it is showing up for you. I remember being at a retreat with, an amazing mentor and who's become a dear friend. And she had a breakdown during one of our retreats. And up to the stage went all the healers, and they were bringing care to her and, giving her the space and the support she needed. And, that breakdown brought her a breakthrough. And so you never know what's going to happen. And I truly, embrace and embody that there's nothing else that we need to do except to show up as who we truly are and meeting the moment in whatever form it comes. So that is the type of space that we create for each other. And I think it's time for us to do a little bit of sounding, I think. Pamela?
Well, thank you for having me here. I appreciate it.
Beloved Kathy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We love you so much. Thank you for being here and bringing the bright spark of joy that you always do. And I love that your floral background is just, it's just
Yes.
an evocation of your colorful, joyful spirit too. And can't wait to be with you again. We live far away from each other, the three of us.
Yes.
And it will be amazing to be together again.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing your experiences
Thank you.
your heart. Yeah. And your humor always.
We love you.
Love you.
All
Bye.
right.
Thank you.
I'm going to put you back in the green room here.
Well, I am feeling called, my sister, before we go into some toning. Before we go into some toning, I'm actually feeling like this song that called to me today. May I share?
Sure. Yeah.
This song, just as we were talking about how we, bring each other out of our shells and summon this courage together, and that it's not always easy to be and do that, but we are here to fully step into this. I want to sit up straighter as I say this, the fullness of our voices, of our wisdom, of our the fierce grace as some of the injustices in the world. We are not to remain silent anymore when we see things that we know go against what is right for the highest good of all, that we must speak up. We must bring our voices forward. And it came to me, this particular song that is written by Windrith Bergen's daughter. It is a Celtic Viking song. So it is one that carries a great deal of strength and an invocation for those of us who have come here at this time. I am my mother's savage daughter, one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair, will not lower my voice. My mother's child is a savage, looks for her omens in the colors of stones, in the faces of cats, in the falling of feathers, in the dancing of fire, in the curve of old bones. I am my mother's savage daughter, one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair, will not lower my voice. We are all brought forth out of the darkness into this world through blood and through pain. Deep in our bones, the old songs are waking. So sing them with voices of thunder and rain. Oh, we are a mother's savage daughters, the ones who run barefoot, cursing sharp stones. We are a mother's savage daughters. We will not cut our hair, will not lower our voice.
Beautiful, my sister. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to turn on this background music and we will bring in some sounds here. As we call into this sacred space all the beautiful beings of light that have already been with us. Our Christ at Soul family and Sisters of the Rose, the galactics, angelics, and earthly spirits, ascended beings of light, archangelics, forming a sacred circle around us. Circles and circles of love, of light. Imagining yourselves in the center of that circle. We call forth the sisters and all those gathered here to hold hand in sacred circle. As I call in Ishtar, hello, beloved ones. It's so wonderful to be here with you. We give you thanks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for persevering, for doing the inner work. As you are called to deepen into more love, into more light. As you gather in this sacred sisterhood, holding hands, surrounded by so many beings of light, showering you in their love. Use your breath, beloved, now to open the portal in the doorway into that sacred space through your heart center. And wherever you may be, use your voice to open that channel, to open the doorway, open the gateway, for your voice to be heard, for the sounds that want to release any energies that want to move through you into the earth to allow you to be more present in this space. Ilai kuno ase ni tarinatitu e shatiani ane ase arakakuna se
Eleatea weka oshkemi wa ale ikwa mo
ni ake
manoshkwa
iane koana se ai e lai tuno asa o atiane. And you are being showered, beloveds. Imagine that from above your heads, this portal, this pillar of light is opening around the circle where you stand holding hands. And in the center of this circle, imagine the earth as she spins in the center of the circle. And from this pillar of light, there is this holy chalice, a grail of the living waters of Divine Mother Sophia. Divine Mother Isis, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, divine feminine energies rising, and that golden chalice begins to pour water onto you, penetrating every part of your being, going deep within you, every layer, every aspect of you through time and space, receiving these vibrations and frequencies, these divine mother energies, these divine feminine energies, harmonizing, rebirthing, recalibrating you as you open your heart more deeply, feeling that love, that water, recalibrating, cleansing, and purifying you. Allow it to move through you as the sounds take you deeper.
And feeling yourself now being drawn to a large body of water. You see the azure blue in the horizon before you. You take one step, then another. And as the waves wash over you, you find yourself drawn into these healing waters, sparkling with sunlight, the dying on the water, forming a portal before you, a gateway, a doorway, opening to you, beckoning you to step forth and step through the sky, through waters. You find that you easily slip through the blue, the white, silver, the gold, into another dimension below the ocean, below the sea, into a timeline where the multiverses merge. You find yourself floating as if you have experienced the weightlessness of fully expanding into your soul at this time. Colors all around you are of hues and dimensions that you have never experienced in this lifetime. They are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimensional, beyond 12th dimension. And you recognize sea creatures from your earthly experiences, beautiful schools of silvery fish, spotted, brightly colored, bright yellow, blue, green, and orange. You see octopus, starfish, and in the distance you see coming towards you the dolphins in a pod and a large blue whale. And before you fully see them, you hear the sounds, the chirping of the dolphins, and the song, the galactic sound, the roaring sound of the whale song, awakening something in you. The reverberations of the whale song beyond space and time, carrying the frequency of your crystalline DNA awakening now. This beautiful sound of the record keeper that is the whale. It is a sound, an ancient song that you remember, and also a coding of the new frequencies that you are being invited to expand into at this time. Beyond what the mind can comprehend, a healing of the body, a healing of disease, a healing of all of the ways you have experienced limitation and lack, even gravity, the ways that you have experienced being earthbound. As the whale begins to sing and sound around you, you find yourself becoming limitless. There is a sound that this whale brings forth into your being that wraps around you. It is both magnificent and melancholy. It is both filled with expansion and ecstasy, and also it carries the frequency of the sorrow of all ages of humankind. And you feel it passing through your bones, your skin, every atom, every molecule, every cell, lighting up as though you are reckoning with the radiance of the entire library of all of your experiences and lifetimes on planet Earth. And they are cleansed by this sound. And the chittering chirp of the dolphins now comes around, and the staccato frequency of their song works to help clear and clear and clear all of the ways you have found yourself looping in times of karmic lack or limitation or fear, or images that come to mind from this time in your family of origin, any wounds or trauma from your family of origin or your lineage itself. Feeling that the water and the sound of these beautiful water bears liberating the pain, liberating the ways of being that has carried through your lineage, your bloodline, your body, and seeing now as though they are threads within your body coming loose, all of the knots being untied, seeing them coming up now through your body, through the top of your head, through your crown, and floating away anything that has been a tether or tied you or held you back into any of these limiting thought forms, ways of being, fears. They are all liberated and let go. You feel this rushing river of joy coming forth through your body, that beautiful feeling of giving way. And as space is made within you, there is a beautiful being that floats in front of you now, of your own visioning and making. This could be an elder guide, a spirit guide, an angel, a sea creature, a guardian angel, an ascended master. Whoever, whatever this being represents to you, this is your gift at this time. The invitation to fully realize the fullness of who you truly are. And this being of light extends their hands towards you and opens their palms to show you a gift they have for you. This is something for you at this time. Whatever it appears to you, it is for you and you only. Take it into your heart. Place it tenderly in your higher heart, in your breast. And feel this answer, this key, this code, this treasure begin to awaken within you the knowing that you are not alone, that you are guided, you are held, that what you seek is seeking you, and that now to truly and fully accept this love, to receive this love, to receive the answers. There's nothing to do, nothing to add to your experience, only to open and allow what is already within you to fully grow, expand, evolve, and express as you. You are so, so dearly, deeply loved. And this is the song of your remembrance. To relax into this knowing, to to receive the mothering, receive the fathering, to feel this divine parentage. As you breathe and allow and receive. Eshke mo ikewi arote wa ikewi ishikakaka mo kewi I dunde ka
Guanai sai.
oshke wa toki wa
Kai
kekaka
saidana.
kemi ke washka no de shkwa roke roke waka shkewa.
And love and radiance emanating from your being, from your heart center, as you radiate from within through every atom, every molecule, every cell of your being, and radiating that out to all of your sisters and all those gathered in this sacred circle. And the earth spinning in the center as we shower Divine Mother, all the Divine Mother energies. Isa, Isa, Isis, now set as we shower your loving energies, showering all these sisters, all those gathered. Your love. Oh, beloved ones, with my wings, I cleanse and purify you, spinning above this earth in the center of the circle. My wings extending out and brushing against your heart and your bodies through time and space, reconnecting with all your sisters, priestesses of the rose. We gather here from beyond the beyond to bring love into each other, purifying and cleansing, deepening into love. For I love you so deeply. I want to express through each of you, you are my daughters. My sons on this planet who have come from beyond the beyond to be here at this time. I honor each of you and I thank you for being open, for surrendering, for deepening into this love that is the magic, that is the miracle, that is the doorway to more of you coming into your physical body, your vessel, filling you with remembrance, activating the light codes imprinted within you long ago. With my wings, I activate those light codes now. Indalero naiko sera, chico andikira, yalea corona setirena, tiarena ikusi.
In lakai oshke onanana.
La che corinai saira.
Ishko me okwa
Oh, sakeare naitu.
Inoe ikwa iskashka.
Sati.
Moshke I mewi.
As you remember more of who you are,
Donde escuela.
allowing it to be awakened within you. Deeper opening of your heart, of your being, as we shower the earth in this love, as we activate these light codes within you. Imagine, sense, feel, know, see this radiance illuminating the earth, every part of the earth, every human being, every sentient being, every part of Mother Earth being showered in this radiance of love. With grace, with tenderness, mercy, compassion, my goddess sisters, priestess, daughters, sons,
All is well, all will be well.
raise,
All is well.
embody the light, the love you are.
All is well, all will be well. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved.
I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. You are. You are love. You are light. We are one. Heart to heart. Mind to mind. Body to body. Soul to soul. Harmonizing, recalibrating, reuniting. You as me as you, we as one.
You as me as you, we are one.
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 Feel that in every cell of your being, for it is your highest truth. Deep within you, you know this to be true. Allow yourself to merge with that truth now. We are all one.
We are all one.
And we are rising together as one.
We are rising together as one.
Remember, beloved, that you are never alone.
You are never alone.
You are always held
You are always held
in our hearts.
in our hearts.
We hold you
We hold you
as a mother holds her child.
as a mother holds her child.
You are our children,
You are our children.
children of the light,
Children of the light.
children of love.
Children of love.
May you remember in
May
every
you
fiber
remember in every fiber
of your being
of your being
that you are.
that you are
This illumination,
this illumination,
fractal of souls,
fractal of source,
that you are worthy
and that you are worthy
of your divine inheritance,
of your divine inheritance,
your sovereignty.
your sovereignty.
Reclaim all that is you.
Reclaim all that is you.
Call it into you now.
Call it into you now.
Your divine power,
Divine power.
that divine love that is your true vibration,
Divine love that is your true vibration.
your divine voice
Your divine voice
that opens gateways and portals,
opens gateways and portals.
that co-creates in this 3D world.
Co-create in the 3D world.
Let the fullness of
Let
you
the fullness of you
be unleashed
be unleashed
in its purest divinity,
in its purest divinity,
reclaiming your divine wisdom,
reclaiming your divine wisdom,
divine truth,
divine truth,
all that is for you,
all that is for you,
coming here now in this moment.
here now in this moment,
As you open your field to receive it,
as you open your field to receive it,
magnetizing
magnetizing
all that is in your divine blueprint
all that is in your divine blueprint
into this present moment.
into this present moment.
As you choose to step on to the timeline of your highest good,
As you
highest
choose to
divine
step on
light,
timeline of your highest good, highest divine light.
for what we do for one,
For what we do for one,
we do for all.
we do for all.
The highest good for all.
The highest good for all.
And we anchor this for you
For this, for you,
and for all.
and for all.
And just allowing yourself to deepen into this as we get ready to bring you back home into this present moment. As we call forth all those sisters, all of our soul family in this sacred space, we thank you. And all those who feel the call to join us in Costa Rica next year, we shower you in love, in grace. All of you, we honor each of you. Remember how loved you truly are, and that you are love. It is there for you in every moment of every day, anchoring you in that love. As we give thanks to all the many beings who joined us, giving thanks to Source, Creator, Divine Mother, Divine Father, God, Goddess, Universe, giving thanks to you and all of creation and all of that is
Thank
that
you.
joins
Thank you.
in this
Thank you.
moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And giving thanks to this beautiful soul sister, Pamela Elohi Maria Rosa, as we begin to bring you back into your bodies, to anchor in this energy, feeling more present in your bodies. As we begin to close all the portals and doorways in the purity of light and eternal love and grace, feeling more present in your bodies. 4, more present. 3, more present. 2, and 1, fully present in your bodies.
Thank you, Elohi Magdalena Rosa, my beloved sister.
Thank you, my sister.
Deep bow of gratitude for this beautiful time together tonight.
Yes, thank you, my sister. It is always so nourishing to be in sacred space with you and with all. It is validation that the more we show up to do what we are here to do, it nourishes us, it fills us, it lifts us. So I am grateful to be able to serve in this way with you, my sister.
Me as well.
So, beloved ones, thank you for being here with us. We're so deeply grateful. No matter if you join us or not, we hope that the transmission from today will bring you exactly what you needed. We're so grateful for your presence in our lives. And if you did feel a calling and a nudge to check out our Costa Rica retreat, the link is below the video. And if you have any questions, you can email Pamela or myself. We do love you eternally. We're so grateful for your presence.
Love abounding. And I feel from where we began to where we are now, there is a place of just the slowing down. I find when we come together, it's like we go from those treble frequencies, treble, that sounds like trouble, the kind of higher frequencies down into this rich bass place where it just feels like a coming home. And this is the place we invite all who come to join us, is to really just relax and unwind and slow down, breathe. This is our gift to you, to bring you into a place where your nervous system can regulate. We bring this beautiful light of radiance that is the love that we are. We are simply the reminders, the little laser pointer pens that say, you were always this. We have always been this. Yes. Love you, Elohi.
Love you too, my sister.
Until the next time.
Yes, we will say bye for now, but we will be doing more of these. Yes. So we look forward to having you join us again in the future. Lots of love to you all.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.